It's a mighty damn cold day in November. Some areas of Vancouver even got snow today. So I feel like staying inside and escaping from a little bit of reality. And no better way to do that than with some sci-fi. So, let's take a look at today's selections. First up, we have Light Years from René Laloux, the creator of Fantastic Planet, and Isaac Asimov, the most renowned science fiction writer of our time, comes an epic adventure of the future. Oh, so this is an animated movie. Okay. Voices of Glenn Close, Jennifer Grey, Christopher Plummer, John Shea, also starring Penn Jillette, Bridget Fonda, Sheila McCarthy, Paul Schaefer, Teller. Wow, there's a lot of people in this. Uh-oh. Directed by Harvey Weinstein. Now I feel dirty. Putting that behind us, moving on. Our next movie, Cyber Bandits. Martin Kemp, Alexandra Paul, Adam Ant, Grace Jones, Robert Hayes. Star-studded cast. Welcome to cyberspace, where danger is a virtual reality. This is a promotional copy, not for sale or rent. Okay, good. This is not directed or produced by Harvey Weinstein. That would have been awkward. TC, or possibly IC, 2000. Obviously not a ripoff of The Terminator. It stars Bolo Young, Jalal Murray, and Billy Blanks.
Hi, I'm Billy Blanks. Today I'm here to give you, the viewer, a chance to get into Tybo.
I wonder if this was before or after Tybo.
Visualize. Visualize. I want you to be a conqueror.
Solarbabies. Richard Jordan, Jamie Gertz, Jason Patrick, Lucas Haas, Charles Durning. Title song, Love Will Set You Free, performed by Smokey Robinson. Spectacular sci-fi action and adventure on blazing skates? Skates. Alright. And our last selection of the evening, The Lawless Land. A hellish chase through a world gone mad. So this is obviously some kind of post-apocalyptic Mad Max thing. Well, I guess it's about time I fix myself a drink. Well, it might be a cold day in November here in Vancouver. I've got my 8% Okanagan Spring Porter keeping me warm. And I've got a stack of sci-fi movies. So once again, I put it out to the internet universe to decide what it was that I would watch tonight. As always, it was pretty close, but we do have a winner. The universe has spoken, and tonight, I will be watching Solarbabies. I'm fascinated by so many things. For one thing, just the packaging. I mean, this is a normal VHS, and I just love it. It opens like a book. It's just fantastic. The front cover doesn't say much. Looks like a gang of they kind of look like a rock band. And they're standing on what looks like a barren landscape of some strange planet. It's rated PG-13. Spectacular sci-fi action and adventure on blazing skates. I'm very curious about that because it doesn't really show any skates on the box. They're standing around in a circle with their hands connected. Maybe this is how they power up. And the other photo is of a woman and her hands are on fire. Her hands are on fire. This is why I'm so curious about this movie. So I'm gonna dive into the text on the back of the box. Here comes the Solarbabies, the far-off future's spunkiest group of roller skating rowdies. When a mystical force arrives on Earth to bring wisdom to a dry, cruel world ruled by the evil Protectorate, it is up to the Solarbabies to save the visitor from destruction. Their quest for the fabulous orb takes them on an adventure-filled journey through harsh deserts and strange and violent communities, with the relentless and evil E-Police in hot pursuit. I love this already. Ready, willing, and able to roll, the Solarbabies are played by some of the most outstanding members of Hollywood's new generation, including the beautiful Jamie Gertz, Square Pegs, Crossroads, young Lucas Haas, Witness, and Peter DeLuise, son of actor Dom DeLuise. I guess that's all he's known for. He's never appeared in any other movies before this. I'm so excited to watch this movie. We have a fabulous orb who visits a desert planet ruled by an evil dictator. It's up to a group of youngsters on roller skates to save the day. And it's got Peter DeLuise, son of Dom DeLuise. 1986, 1 hour 35 minutes. I'm excited now. Like, I'm legitimately excited. So I'm gonna pop this in the old VCR, and we'll see you on the other side. So tonight, I had the pleasure of watching Solarbabies.
I think that he wants to play.
And I have to say, I love this movie. I mean, there are problems with it. There are a lot of writing problems. There's some directing problems.
Get out, you creature of filth.
Hey, I just want to talk.
But honestly, the spirit of the movie gloss over any of those small things that I can point out and nitpick about it.
Put in the goal. Come on.
Come on, little man.
Put it up. He wants you to shoot. Put it up.
Cynicism has kind of taken over, and I'll admit my generation has a lot to do with that. And really what this movie offers is an escape from that cynicism. It's about the spirit of life and creation and freedom, and that it's the youth's responsibility to take it upon themselves to create their own future, to not accept the world that they're given, to not submit to the authority figures that are presented to them, and to seek out something more. There's a lot to go through here. There's a lot to unpack, as they say. The movie opens over narration.
We live in the new time. The year is 41, and the Protectorate controls all the water on Earth, and therefore, all life.
There's an orphanage, and the orphanage is full of children who don't know where they came from. They never met their parents. They are children of the state, pretty much, and they are being groomed to join the Protectorate's army. Every day they go through indoctrination. They are taught a very biased, slanted history of the world.
They call themselves eco-warriors. Eco taken from what? Rabbit.
Hey, if they took it, they should give it back.
We're not given a lot of details about this world and how it operates, but the message is clear. What isn't clear is why roller skates are so integral to this society. It's a planet of smooth surfaces. All of the youth compete in this form of lacrosse on roller skates. The main rivalry is between our heroes, and they are on a roller lacrosse team called the Solarbabies. And their major antagonists are led by James Van Der Beek. I look at him and that's what I see. I see James Van Der Beek. And not James Van Der Beek is the captain of the Cobra Kai of the roller lacrosse world. They are called the Scorpions. And the Scorpions, they are the favorite team of the head of the E-Police called Stricter.
You have had special treatment, favors, training by experts from my maiming squads. Do you deny that?
No, Stricter Grok.
And yet you allow yourselves to be trashed by left-brain rollers using homemade gear.
Stricter, if we just
Catch your breath before you betray your putrid thinking.
Many of you will remember Lucas Haas of Mars Attacks fame. He plays a small child, Daniel. He finds this glowing ball in a small pool of water. The glowing ball tells Daniel that its name is Bodai.
His name's Bodai.
I think it heard you.
Of course he heard me. He hears everything. Even when I'm not talking, he hears me.
And we officially sort of get to know the team. They're almost Ninja Turtle-like. Everybody has their little thing. Everybody has their little stereotype. We have Rabbit. He's kind of the goof of the crowd. Metron is the rational, scientifically minded character.
Yeah, but what is it?
He's a who, not an it.
Well, then who is it?
I don't know. Can't figure it out.
You're kidding.
What?
I just heard you admit there's something you can't figure out. Metron admits to mystery.
Tug is the dumb muscle guy of the group. Then we have Tara.
Just a little hands-on parlay.
Now I'm listening.
Who is the fantastic Jamie Gertz, many people remember from 16 Candles and The Lost Boys, but who I will always remember as the annoying, stick-in-the-mud, no-fun current girlfriend of Bill Paxton in Twister.
She did not marry your penis. Oh, okay, all right. She didn't only marry your penis.
Leading up the team, we have the great Jason Patric.
I can't believe I'm sitting here talking to a ball.
Jason Patric plays a character named Jason.
See, I don't know where I come from. And I don't know who I am either.
And then Bodai gives Jason Patric this vision. And as I was watching it, I called it. I kind of said, are we seeing the end of the movie here? Bodai is showing Jason Patric his destiny. And his destiny is to bring water back to the land, to free the water and to break down the establishment of the Protectorate.
This orphanage is dedicated to producing useful members of the E-Protectorate. I will not run it as a prison.
The great Charles Durning, who, as soon as I saw him, I thought, oh, there's our villain. There's our son of a bitch antagonist. There's our guy who's going to be the real bastard of this movie. But actually not.
Now understand something. My power ends at the walls. Outside, it's the strictest world.
The real asshole of the movie is Stricter.
Odd name for a skateball team. Don't you think? Solarbabies. Soft. No menace. Why do you suppose they chose it?
They don't seem to need anything more menacing, do they? They always seem to win. But you needn't worry. They'll be properly punished.
You got a problem, Darstar? Huh?
I thought it was Dark Star at first, but no, it's actually Darstar. Is this mysterious, mystical loner orphan, and he controls birds. And so he recognizes something mystical and magic in Bodai. In the dead of night, Darstar steals Bodai and escapes from the orphanage. Darstar takes Bodai to the land of the Jacani. At first it seems like the Jacani are Aboriginal type folk, but when Darstar takes Bodai to the Jacani, a man named Ivor seems intent on selling Bodai to the Protectorate.
Listen, Mutt. I know this is worth some coin.
So in retrospect, it seems like the Jacani are more like gypsies, I guess. Are you with me so far? Okay. The Jacani camp gets raided by the E-Police. Meanwhile, Daniel has gone after Darstar.
He's a little boy all alone. I say that we go.
Listen to me carefully. This is not like sneaking off to the pits. It's not gonna be 20 meters in a ditch for this one. If we do get caught, it's gonna mean mainstream labor sites.
Or maybe worse.
Yeah, what could be worse?
Like surgical alteration.
The team agrees to go after Daniel. They come across the Jacani camp in ruins and follow the trail of Bodai and Darstar to Tire Town.
Sure, I'll tie you up if we could afford it.
It's basically Mos Eisley. Instead of creatures, we have a whole bunch of people in S&M gear.
Hey, big chunk. 2 quarts. You can spend a few hours.
Spend a couple hours doing what?
Hey, come on, man, let's go.
Spend a couple hours doing what?
So the Solarbabies eventually locate Darstar in Tire Town. The E-Police raid Tire Town again, and the team goes scrambling. And this is... There has to come a moment in every one of these movies that you watch where you just end up yelling at the screen. He drops the bag that has Bodai.
Wait, I dropped Bodai!
And...
Daniel, no! Wait! I have to get Bodai! No!
It's right there. Just pick it up.
Bodai!
And after they go, Tug is right there too. I thought that we had established that this is that Bodai is like the entire reason. It's the entire reason why anything is happening. As if there's no time. I thought everyone was convinced of its extraterrestrial superpowers. Just pick it up. You know, as if you don't have a second just to bend down and pick it up. You'd think that something in them would think that... But no. I guess there's no time. We can't spare a second to pick up Bodai off the goddamn ground. Just leave it. What? Tara is trapped in this burning building. And all I'm thinking is, oh, jeez, James Van Der Beek got her. I know it. Now we're gonna have the damsel in distress. James Van Der Beek threatening to rape her, and Jason Patric is gonna have to save her. Turns out...
This is Green Tree. He's my father.
All right. So.
I'm glad to meet Tara's family. Now you're my family, too. This is your home. Come on.
Father.
They are the remnants of the rebellion which originally fought against the Protectorate during the Eco Wars.
By now, the Eco Warriors are only a rumor. Our survival is our victory.
Are you still with me? Tara is happy to stay in this little oasis.
We're all gonna be very happy here.
But Jason Patric is compelled.
You left the orphanage with a purpose.
There's something bigger at play here, and Bodai is the key.
His men said that they took it to the Protectorate Aqua Bunker.
What?
The Aqua Bunker. It's where they control the water. Jason, they're gonna destroy it.
Stricter takes Bodai to Chandra.
So, you've actually found this malignant thing.
Chandra is a evil genius who has devised a number of tools and machines and technology with malicious purposes.
My facility stands ready to serve.
Stricter and Chandra, they have like this freaky sex thing going on.
I'll do everything I can to see you're not bored.
She has this containment machine.
This magnetron creates a force field nearly equal to Earth's magnetic pole.
Sounds impressive.
It is impressive.
And they're blasting away at poor Bodai. He goes from this beautiful little glowing orb to this, like, gets all rocky and pebbly and charred on the surface, like cracked lava.
Now it gets interesting. We lock it down and disembowel it.
She has this robot called the Terminac.
Gentlemen, this is Terminac. He's a multi-capable masterpiece. He can squeeze the color from a ruby or deftly pluck the eye from a living bird. And he's been programmed to enjoy what he does.
Just so the audience knows, look, even though it's a robot, it's still an asshole. You're allowed to hate it because it actually enjoys doing such terrible things.
It's stupid to go like this.
Tara, this is our choice. We made the decision, and we're going.
Well, then maybe this'll help.
Plans to the Aqua Bunker.
Let's go, come on!
All right!
They get on their roller skates and they storm the palace. and they use their roller lacrosse skills to overcome the guards.
Hey, what are you doing down there? Come on, let's get him!
Say hello to Sparky.
And Jason, Patrick, and the Solarbabies come to the rescue.
Robot, Jason! Robot!
Bust the Terminac's eyes out.
Cover your back, Rabbit!
Yellow alert.
The Terminac can't see where it's going.
Override. We have a...
Sorry. Stricter has Daniel in his arms.
Oh my. Hello. Is this your ball?
But then the Terminac, who is blind now, I was really expecting a gruesome death here. Rip his arms off, snap his neck, disembowel him, use one of those drills in his head. I was expecting him to do something, but he just kind of jostles him around for a bit and then drops him, and he's got some blood on his face. A lot of the times you'll have movies with a bit of a moral ambiguity. The main protagonist, who is supposed to be for the force of good, ends up doing something like killing the main villain of the story. The film doesn't taint its heroes by having them resort to violence or cruelty. The main villain is actually undone by their own arrogance and their own malevolence. Chandra herself meets her demise in brutal fashion. So that explains the photo on the back of the box. As the Solarbabies look on, the water expands over the land, and immediately rain clouds form overhead, and it starts raining.
What the hell is that?
It's a thundercloud. It's a real thundercloud.
I was a bit confused. I had the impression that Bodai was this magical force. I thought that Bodai needed to be taken to a certain sacred place that maybe Darstar or the Jacani knew about. Maybe some ancient ritual needed to be performed. You know, you place it on some kind of altar, and you say some kind of Jacane prayer, and then whoosh, the true power of Bodai is unleashed, and it brings rains back to the earth. But he never ends up doing anything like that. Its magic never ends up saving the day. Bodai is the catalyst by which change can occur. I think it's more meaningful that the characters themselves, through decisions that they made and actions that they took, they were the ones who toppled the authority. They were the ones who brought life back to the planet. It wasn't Bodai. Bodai was in their hearts, but Bodai didn't do it for them. The thing that bothers me, though, is Bodai made it rain indoors.
Here's how it used to be.
Terra has this book of poetry.
Thunder rolls distant across the sky, an echo to pale flashes of lightning.
All the orphans are listening to it, and they're becoming, they're getting swept away in the romance of this author describing rain. And as they do, Bodai conjures rain to fall inside the room. So, theoretically, couldn't he just make it rain everywhere?
I don't know. Can't figure it out.
So that's Solarbabies. I have to admit, I was very excited to play it tonight, and I was not disappointed. From the very first scene, I was just swept away. It's that E.T. charm. The kids riding around on bikes or roller skates, overcoming the cruelty of adults and establishments and their machines of war and oppression. Maybe some of you out there grew up watching this movie. I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear what your experiences of it are. But I gotta say, I really miss this from my childhood. Yes, it has some problems. Yes, it's not a perfect movie. On IMDb, it only has a 4.8 out of 10. Critics did not look too kindly on this movie. It's been largely forgotten, but I urge everyone whose inner child is still intact to seek out and watch Solarbabies. It's just a fun movie. It's not a laugh fest. It's not so bad that it's laughable. You've got some real competent visual effects in there. It's got a great soundtrack. Jason Patric is awesome. So, that was my review. That was Solarbabies. I had a lot of fun tonight. I hope you did too. If you did, please continue to like, subscribe, share this video with other people who love nostalgia. Look for my Facebook posts, look for my Instagram posts, look for my Twitter posts. I will be asking you to vote on future videos. The response has been wonderful so far. Thank you so much, everyone who tunes in, who watches me, who encourages me, who offers me advice. I really take it to heart. It means a lot to me. So please continue to watch, and we will continue to look for more little hidden gems like this. So until next time, I'm Bernie saying, take it away, Smokey Robinson.